Welcome to SSR tutorials. 10th class important questions in physical science lesson wise. Chapter 1 Heat. 1 mark questions. Why does ice floats on water? What is mean by humidity? Give an example to explain the evaporation is a cooling process. 2 mark questions. What is the difference between heat and temperature? What happened to the water when wet cloths dry? 4 mark questions. Explain the procedure of finding specific heat of a solid experimentally. Answer the following questions by using the data given in the table. How do you appreciate the role of higher specific heat of water in stabilizing atmospheric temperature during winter and summer seasons? Explain why dogs pant during hot summer days. Using the concept of evaporation. What are the applications of specific heat? Refraction of light at plane surfaces. 1 mark questions. Why is it difficult to shoot a fish swimming in water? If refractive index of glass is 3 by 2, then what is speed of light in glass? 2 mark questions. What is the angle of deviation produced by a glass slab? Explain with ray diagram. Define laws of reflection. What are the applications of total internal reflection? 4 mark questions. Suggest an activity to find the refractive index of glass slab using vertical shift. Explain the formation of mirage. Explain the relation between angle of incidence and angle of refraction with an experiment. Refraction of light at curved surfaces. 1 mark questions. State the differences between virtual image and real image. Can virtual image be photographed by a camera? 2 mark questions. Distinguish between convex lens and concave lens. Write the lens maker's formula and explain in terms in it. 4 mark questions. How do you find the focal length of a lens experimentally? Collect the information about lenses used by Galileo in his telescope. Write the role of lenses on our daily life. Human eye and the colorful world. 1 mark questions. Define dispersion of light. What materials are required in an experiment to produce a rainbow in our classroom? 2 mark questions. How do you appreciate the role of molecules in the atmosphere for the blue color of the sky? Why sun appears red at sunset or sunrise? 4 mark questions. How do you correct the eye defect myopia? Explain the correction of the eye defect hypermetropia. Explain the formation of rainbow. Electric current. What happens if the household appliances are connected in series? 2 mark questions. Draw the experimental setup to verify that V by I is constant for a conductor. 4 mark questions. Deduce the expression for equivalent resistance of 3 resistors connected in series. State Ohm's law. Suggest an experiment to verify it. Explain procedure.
Structure of atom. Write the electrons configurations of chromium. Which colors do you observe when an iron rod gradually heated to higher temperature? 2 marks questions. Write the electron configuration of Cr and Cu. Rainbow is an example for the continuous spectrum. Explain. What is an LX method? How it is useful? 4 marks question. Explain the significance of the quantum numbers in preceding position of an electron in an atom. Write the Bohr's model of hydrogen atom, its limitation. State and explain with one example of above principles. State explains of Hund's rules with an example numbers and quantum numbers. Classification of elements and periodic table. 1 more questions. Which group of elements are called a carbon family? Which atoms is bigger than size Ne and R? Why? What is the modern periodic table? State Mendeleev periodic table. Define the ionization energy. 2 marks questions. Second ionization energy is higher than first ionization energy. Why? How does the metallic characters change in Y, down group and across period? 4 marks question. Explain the how elements are classified into S, P, D, F blocks into periodic table and given the advantages of kind classification. Define the modern periodic law and discuss the contribution of long of periodic table. Define ionization energy. What are the factors that influence in it? Comment on position of the hydrogen in periodic table. What is the periodic property? Following the properties in change in group and period. Atomic radius, ionization energy, electron affinity, electron negativity. Principle of metallurgy. What is the metallurgy? Define flux and gangue. Mention the 2 methods of which is produced very pure metals. Which method of suitable to annealous or sulfide ores? Define the mineral ore. 2 marks question. List 3 metals that are found in nature as oxide ores. What is the thermate process? Mention its applications in daily life. Define the distillation and liberation. 4 mark question. Suggest an experiment to prove that the presence of air and water and essential for corrosion. Explain it. Write a short notice for fourth grade process. Which method do you suggest in higher reactive metals? Why? Write the short notes for fourth process, blast furnace and magnetic separation. What is the activity series? How it is helps in extraction of metal? This is the important questions for physical science. Please follow that this type of questions, read and practice more. You get more marks in physical science. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe our channel SSR tutorials to get more details of AP 10th class examinations. Thank you for watching.